after school or before school, I'm linking my guys like, yo, I'm gonna buy you man a stock, flip it, we'll go halves on it. Happy days. I was cleaning up. The guy pulled up with a dog and a shotgun.
Do you believe money brings happiness?
From selling Kit Kats at school to flipping pain into purpose, Light Sho built hustle from nothing.
This isn't just about rap, it's about survival, family, and the cold truth behind chasing freedom.
In this episode, we go deep. Fatherhood, pressure, and the mindset it takes when no one's giving you a plan.
I went crazy in that establishment.
What got you sacked at Nando's?
I wrestled in the Royal Rumble, street fights, tag team matches. I've done a lot of different match styles.
This isn't an interview, it's a survival manual. And for Light Sho, every move was life or death.
I previously heard lab, if you get a good lab, it looks better than a natural. For real?
Let's play again.
Before we jump into today's episode, we've noticed that 71% of people watching right now are not subscribed. If you're watching this, you're clearly enjoying it. Here's our promise to you. Hit subscribe and we'll keep raising the bar, bringing you the biggest and best guests yet. Sharper conversations, bigger guests, and unfiltered conversations that others won't dare to do. Hit subscribe now. So how does a kid go from selling Kit Kats and Lucozades in school to now running a full-blown jewellery business in Hatton Garden?
Pure ambition, bro. Do you know what it is? When you start in the ends, you see there's not many opportunities. And me, I like leaving the ends because Enfield has you feeling trapped. Everyone in Enfield knows that feeling. So for me, it was like, bro, I can't lie, I can't die here, bro. Man, I have to go Hatton Garden, I have to go Dubai, I have to go Barcelona, I have to go everywhere.
What was a dream as a kid?
Professional wrestler, bro.
Professional wrestler?
Yeah, G.
Okay, we're going to dive into that later on. Let's give the viewers a chance. Talk about Enfield. You said it's the ends.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of people who are from Enfield who say Enfield ain't the ends, bro. There's worse places. What do you think? Why do you class Enfield as the ends?
I mean, do you know what it is? There's always a bigger fish, innit? But Enfield, I've seen some crazy shit, bro. And my niggas know what I'm talking. Can I swear on this, by the way?
Yeah, say
Alright, cool. My niggas know what I'm talking about, bro. I've seen some tap shit in Enfield. It's the ends, bro. When I was growing up in from 2000 and I was outside from 2007 to 2016. And there was a point where, bro, I was just seeing youngers who are fucked up. I'm seeing all the nitties who are fucked up. Then we got the yardies just there, just doing what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, it was the ends, bro.
Did the ends put you in ambition mode or did it put you in survival mode?
It put me in both because day to day, it's like, I have to make money, bro. Do you get it? I'm an only child, single parent. I've got love for my dad, and my dad did help me in my life. But whereas I'm living with my mum for the majority of my life and my teenage years, I'm the man of the house, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man ain't gonna make 7 figures by just being in the ends and trying to be the biggest drug dealer. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Your upbringing. Where are you from? How was it? I know you're from Enfield, single mum. You said that. What was school like for you?
I love school, bro.
Really?
I love school for the wrong reasons.
Okay, go on.
I love school because I can make money in school. I hated school for what school stands for and what it is. I don't really believe in going to a school where it's just like a generalized information curve. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like specialized knowledge. I like zoning in into a topic and being great at it.
There's always one kid in school who sells the Lucozade, sells the cookies, sells it all.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I had to make money, bro. I had to make money.
Was you just money hungry?
Do you know what it is? It's more like I like freedom. Do you know what I'm saying? I like being able to say, I'm not doing this, or I'm doing this, or if I want to buy this, I can buy it. So, and money gives you that opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying? So in school, I was selling anything I could, bro. I didn't give a fuck, bro. I would sell Kit Kats, Lucozades, Walkers, Doritos, Frutella. I was selling everything. But I got to a point where my thing got hot.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to sell in school. So I had people working for me in school.
For real?
Yeah, G, bro. I would carry a gym bag to school, yeah. It would have my planner, 2 books, stock. It got to a point where after school or before school, I'm linking my guys like, yo, I'm going to buy you man a stock, flip it, we'll go halves on it. Happy days. I was cleaning up.
So you was in work experience from young?
Yeah.
What was your mum doing for work?
So just 9 to 5, innit? But she's doing what she could do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my mum, shout out to her.
So where did you get that work ethic? Where did you get it thinking, I want the money?
So that originated from my dad, didn't it?
Okay.
So my dad showed me from young, because see me, yeah, I'm quite a lazy guy when it comes to certain things. For example, when I was like 6, I didn't want to do the fucking housework and the chores and all of that shit. Fuck that. But my dad said to me, yo, if you do this, I'm gonna pay you £5 per week. And I was grateful for that opportunity. But then taught me about money. And then taught me that, yo, £5 per week, that's not even enough. So man has to now do this, that, and the third.
Before we dive into what your first job was and how you got involved in work, do you believe money brings happiness?
No, not at all. I know some Nepo babies who are fucking insecure and sad as shit. It's facts. Facts, bro. Money does not bring happiness.
So what does money bring?
Freedom. To an extent.
Does freedom bring happiness?
It can, but you know what it is? Some men have money but no gal. So it's like, they're lost.
So does,
What, bro? They're lost.
Does girls bring happiness?
Nah, but for certain men it does. Like, bro, having girls around is always like a good time. They have a different perspective on life and their vibe.
You're now in the jewelry game. You never obviously started off in the jewelry game.
Yep.
What was your first job? Are you still paying 40% tax and wondering why you're not getting ahead? Bro, the game is different now. If you're still stuck in the UK bleeding cash every year, ask yourself this. Why? Dubai offers 0% tax, insane lifestyle and a booming business hub. And the best part, you can get full residency, legally and fast, without jumping through hoops. We've partnered with the team that handles everything. The visa, the business setup, and even the bank account. You don't need to lift a finger. All the information you need for Cranbrook Legal is in the link in the description.
Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kremes?
Yep.
Where? Enfield, A10?
A10, G.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that like?
I can't lie, shut it down, bro. Like, I went crazy in that establishment. That's why I went crazy, bro. It was good, but then I just wanted to see me. I've always been ambitious, innit? So like certain opportunities, for example, most stack used to come Krispy Kremes, right? Mm-hmm. And I'd hook him up with whatever. Then he dropped Usi. I said, fuck this. I'm leaving my counter, going outside, and I'm going to jiggy bop with him. And that went viral. I was on Link Up TV. It was on bare different platforms, innit? But I was jiggy bopping with some crazy Air Forces. Like, so yeah, I just make the best of any opportunity I get.
And what was it like working for someone? Because back in school, you was the boss. People were working for you.
Exactly.
What was it like actually having someone you had to answer to now?
That's why I don't work there anymore, because it's very conflicting. Like, it conflicts with my personal morals and my personal beliefs, innit?
In what sense?
In the sense of, I don't mind, like, for example, I don't mind working for someone when I'm directly under the boss. Mm-hmm. But when I'm under like a manager or a supervisor and all of this, and it's like, yo, you're taking your job too serious, you know? You understand, if you quit today, they're replacing you. It's like, bro, definitely. I'm not hearing what you're saying. It conflicts with me too much.
And after Krispy Kremes, how long was you there for?
3 years.
And after that?
I was in Nando's for like 22 days.
22 days?
And I got fired.
You got fired in 22 days? Yep. You must be real good at that job.
That was amazing, bro.
Where did you go wrong?
Like I said, bro, I was shutting down Krispy Kremes to a point where I was just doing whatever I wanted to do, innit?
Yeah.
So that built bad habits for my next job.
Okay.
So my next job was like, we're not tolerating this bullshit, bro.
So like, what was you doing? What got you in trouble at What got you sacked at Nando's after 22 days?
Like, bro, I'd come to Nando's like an hour later and think it's cool, bro.
Well, you just roll in. You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care, bro. Because in Krispy Kremes, I could do that shit.
And so, for example, you was living with your mum, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she say, yo, fix up, like you're going to get sacked?
But that also was a part of, do you know what it is? I feel like when you naturally are a type of person, you can't dim your light. Who you are is who you are. So my mum saying all these things, I cared, but I didn't care because I knew the 9 to 5 weren't for me. It was like, I want to get fired. I need to be told, Sho, you can't work any job. You need to do your own thing. So I'm that type of guy, bro.
All right, so 22 days later, what happened?
I said, fuck working again. I'm creating a clothing line.
Okay, how did that go?
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Fresh Set.
Fresh Set?
Fresh Set.
It's not around no more?
No, it's around, but it's just not active.
Okay. And where did you get the money to put into the clothing line?
Oh, bro, it was drop shipping at first.
Okay.
And drop shipped. Then I found a product that no one else was selling.
What was that?
Gogo jackets.
Okay, yeah.
So I was selling the Gogo jackets, bro. They're like CP company.
Yeah.
I've had bare people say to me, oh, I've seen that before, whatever. But yeah, Gogo jackets. I just knew the youth would fuck with the Gogo jackets, and they did. To a point, I've had people send me videos of them in the gym, doing bicep curls with my Gogo jacket fully zipped up, at DBE concerts, Gogo jackets. Like, yeah, man.
And How well did the clothing line do
Amazing, bro.
financially?
Very good. I didn't have to work a day job for like the next whole year.
So you was making good money from
I'm
it.
making good money.
How much we talking?
I don't really want to say it on camera, but
Okay.
6 figures.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So how old was you?
I was 21.
So you made 6 figures at the age of 21.
Yeah, but that's gross, innit? That's not pure profit.
Yeah, but listen, there ain't people who make 6 figures in their whole life from a business.
First,
Some people's business shuts down after the first year.
true.
Yours turned over 6 figures. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And how did life change when you started making proper money?
More freedom. So I was more outside. I could go out. I could buy clothes. I can do whatever I wanted to do.
Life, obviously, the more money you make, the more distractions.
100%.
Women get involved, your
Yep.
boys partying, going out, shutting it down like everyone says.
Yep.
Was that the life you took?
Yeah, I feel like I'm still involved in that life to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So you enjoy a party.
I love it.
Hey, listen, it works hand in hand with the business you're in anyway.
Yeah, bro, you have to be outside, especially as a jeweler, bro. That's what I think personally, innit?
I want to touch on being outside as a jeweler later on because obviously knife crime's massive right now.
Yeah, it is.
Watches getting stolen, being outside with bust down Cartiers and stuff like that, you become a target.
100%.
But we'll touch on that in a little bit. I want to move on to why you stopped your clothing brand.
COVID-19 fucked me.
I thought, yeah, true.
Because I couldn't get no imports. Before COVID, my page had 9,996 followers.
Okay.
It was like 4 followers away from 10K.
Oh, wow.
That was 5 years ago. Today it's sitting on 5.1K. So I've lost 5K followers since COVID. So that tells me people still care about the brand. But when I can't get the products in, I can't sell, I'm getting people asking for refunds because they've ordered and it's not being delivered.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stress I don't need in my life. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
it looks bad on me when it's actually the whole country shut down, whatever.
let's say COVID didn't hit. How successful do you reckon it would be?
Oh, bro.
Do you reckon it'd be
Easily like
flying?
an 8-figure company.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I had people interested in investing in that point in my life as well.
And where did the actual dream for that come from?
Not wanting to work a 9 to 5 ever again.
But why clothing?
Because, you're wearing clothing right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm wearing clothing. People watching this, you might not wearing clothing unless you're just in your boxes or your whatever, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
But with clothing, it's very hard. Why do you think yours worked? Was it you or was it the brand?
See what it is? My ethos in life is to be a big fish in a small pond.
Okay.
I don't believe in competition unless with myself. I like dominating. So you and I can both have a clothing company, but I'm trying to look for what my USPs are. I make sure what you do is legendary and what I do is legendary. We're not competing.
Okay.
We're just in different lanes.
And have you put that aspect, their morals into the watch game as well?
100%.
Okay.
Watches and jewelry.
So what happened after COVID?
So I forgot a part out.
Okay.
Before I was even working in Krispy Kremes, my childhood goal was professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling?
Yeah, like WWE, like with Triple H, Undertaker. I saw myself being with them, man.
Okay. And
So I was training in North London. I debuted at 16 in a Royal Rumble match in the UK.
what, they actually have Royal Rumble in the
Yeah.
UK?
Yeah, like, bro, they have all match types. I wrestled in the Royal Rumble, street fights, tag team matches. I've done a lot of different match styles.
So are these real fights? Are people getting hurt?
Yeah. I got a herniated disc from wrestling.
But is it actually acting or wrestling?
So here's the thing, it's scripted.
Okay.
So, cool. I'll just spill the beans because on Google, whatever. Before the match, you and I will talk. I want to do this move, this move, this move. We go into the ring, we do it. However, there's still contact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are going to feel me hitting you, me kicking you, me slamming you. You can't fake that shit, innit?
Yeah. And was there any situations where, how many fights did you have?
73.
Oh, raw. So you
Yeah.
took wrestling serious.
That was the only thing I wanted to do.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit now. You're wrestling now from the age of
16.
16 to...
I started at 15. I debuted at 16, and then I ended at 18 because of the injury that I got.
So you had 73 fights in 2 years.
No. So here's the thing. At that point, it was like 60 fights. I then went back to it in 2019.
Okay, cool.
And that's where I'm on YouTube wrestling for like UBW. I was just wrestling for UBW when I returned still. And they started paying me. That's the funny thing about wrestling, bro.
Well, no one gets paid.
There's no money in wrestling, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
So you was doing it for fun?
For the love of the game. Wrestling's the only thing I would do and not care about a paycheck. unless I'm that guy where it's like I'm filling the seats. That was my childhood dream. Because when you grow up and you say to people, yo, man, I want to be a pro wrestler, like, what the fuck? You ain't doing that shit. So for me, it was like, yo, I'm actually doing this. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice my life, my well-being, just to make it. And I've wrestled some WWE superstars.
Who have you wrestled?
Matt Striker, if you know who he is. I've wrestled someone from Chikara, some guy called Jigsaw. Who else?
Was there any situations where you have a chat with them before the fight? Like, listen, I want to do da-da-da-da-da. And then something goes on, they actually get pissed off and something goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Because ego, you got to remember, everyone has an ego.
But when I was 17, so with Jigsaw, for example, we had two matches. First match, I went over, meaning I won in it.
Okay.
And this was in front of like 600 people. It's on YouTube as well. Second match, he went over, so he won. Before the match, he's like to me, Sho, I want to do this move. I'm on the top rope.
Yeah.
I jump, you catch me, I do a hard runner.
Okay.
We practice it in a fucking locker room. I thought I had it. We get to the ring now, he does it, I drop him on his head. Dark.
Oh, shit.
And in wrestling, there's something called receipts.
Okay.
So say like I hurt you, you now are obliged to hit me as hard as you want.
Serious?
Yeah.
But even if it's an accident? Do you want to build a brand that prints money? You're posting, you're grinding, but no one's buying. Your brand's invisible. You've got content, but no strategy. You've got reels, but no conversions. Here's what we do. We turn you into a personal brand people trust and build your socials to generate leads on autopilot. We script your videos, edit and post them daily. Position you as an expert and make your content actually bring in money. This isn't a course. This is done for you growth. With hooks, content and marketing that works right now. We'll audit your socials, give you access to £10,000 worth of scripts, assets and tools, and show you how to scale your offer using personal brand content. And then we'll help you build a paid community or offer that prints money every month without burning out. Book your free 15-minute call. We'll break down what's holding your brand back and show you how to fix it.
It's my fault.
So when you've dropped him on his head, he's now allowed to smack you up.
He was pissed the fuck off.
For real, that's how it works.
Yeah. You have to look after your opponent, bro.
Yeah, but it's an accident. You didn't drop him on his head on purpose.
Bro. I dropped him on his head. He could have had a concussion, could have broke his neck. Like, you have to think about these things, innit?
So when he's got up, that's it. He's wrapping you up.
Yeah, pissed. It's on YouTube, bro. At the end of the match, he gives me a move called a brain buster. It's like a suplex, but he drops me on like the back of my neck. One of the hardest moves I've ever taken.
And at this point, are you allowed to fight back when they've done the receipt
Do you know what it is? It's an honor thing.
Okay.
I fucked up. I ain't gonna bitch about it. If you want to now smack me about, fine. Because I've done the same thing to people, bro. I've been in the ring when someone's kicked me in my face and split my lip. Yeah, and so I've gotten onto them. Like, that's the game, bro.
So the discipline come from wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So now putting that all into the jewelry game.
Yeah.
You said after COVID, you started taking jewelry serious.
Yeah.
Why jewelry?
Jewelry because I've always had jewelry from young, innit? And from young, like my mama, for example, like when you're a baby and you get them gold baby bracelets and like the baby chains. And I grew up just idolizing that. So when I had money from selling in school, I'd go to like Enfield town.
Yeah.
There'll be like them Turkish shops, right?
Yeah.
And you can buy the CZ rings, whatever you wanted. And then after COVID, my clothing line's finished. So I'm thinking, cool, I started jewelry in 2018 based on the fact that in 2018, like after I started my clothing line, I wanted to get into jewelry anyway, because I had jewelry.
Yeah.
So I wanted to flip it for some extra money. So during COVID, now my clothing line's wraps. I'm thinking, yo, I may as well focus on jewelry. I may as well go Hatton Garden. And you see me, sometimes I'm fueled by hate. Like what I mean is I had someone DM me like, because when I first started jewelry, I was selling like brass or stainless steel. Yeah. It was a bubble pendants. You seen the bubble pendants before?
Yeah.
I was flooding the market with them. But someone DM me, I can't buy it from you. Your shit's fake. Bro, I lost my mind, fam. I said, fuck that. I'm going Hatton Garden. And that was in 2020.
And you walk into Hatton now, in your head, you want to set up shop?
No, because setting up shop in Hatton Garden with not having the biggest social media, you're taking it else.
Yeah.
So for me, it was, I want to meet people because your network is your net worth. So I went to one supplier. I said to them, yo, this is who I am. At the time, I had like maybe 4K on Instagram, maybe a bit less. I just want to post your stock and add my markup on top.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, every Wednesday come to me. We can do that. And I've been working with him for 5 years. He's just one supplier.
So you went from one supplier to now I'm guessing you've got plenty.
Plenty.
And is that the best way to start?
Best way to start is by joining the Light Sho grills and jewelry course with watches.
So what does that do?
So what this course initially does is it's me telling you mistakes I've made, how to avoid it, and you're just getting the blueprint for someone that's been there for 7 years.
So you've been in the game 7 years. So you've got all the tips and tricks. You've done,
tricks, suppliers.
I'm guessing you've had plenty of losses as well.
Bare losses, but more wins and losses. That's why I'm still here.
Okay, so let's take it back to the jewelry game. We'll touch on the course shortly. The jewelry game, you get involved. Every Wednesday you're going down now. You're taking pictures of the stock. You're throwing it up on the gram.
Yeah.
Where are you getting the confidence from? Because you listen, many people are scared to get in front of the camera.
Bro, do you know what's the funniest thing? I like the fact you said that, bro. Because I got the confidence from professional wrestling. And in 2020, there was no jewelers on TikTok in the UK.
Okay.
I was the first jeweler in the UK on TikTok. That's a fact.
First jeweler in the UK on TikTok?
Fact.
For real?
Fact.
But listen, your TikTok's flying, so clearly you're doing something right.
Nah, fact. Like, you can ask the other jewelers, bro. Fact, bro. And they even said the same thing to me, bro. Bro, where did you get the confidence from? Like, how did you do it? You're not scared that you're going to get robbed or whatever. Bro, you only live once, bro. You can't live as in fear as a man. You just can't. Because then you won't leave your front door. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, fair enough.
Anything can happen. You could go outside, get hit by a car, bro.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like,
fair enough.
what?
And I can't.
So
I can't say
my
anything
confidence
about
just came from me selling in school, me doing the jiggy bottom most stack, me managing, like I managed like a influencer at the point, hence why I'm in Russ's Gunley music video. Like my confidence came from my past trials and tribulations and the lessons that I've learned.
Okay, and let's take it back to that. Every Wednesday now, you're doing the videos, you're posting it up online. I'm guessing you're starting to make some good money.
It was all right.
What was the next step?
Grills in 2020.
How did that do?
Amazing. It was my best friend. He said to me, Sho, we should start selling grills and custom pendants. However, custom pendants just look like a bigger stepping stone.
Okay.
And that's why this jewelry course will help anyone that's interested. But yeah, grills is just the easiest way to get into jewelry. If you don't have a supplier, you start with grills. Because grills, it's like the last guy you had on your podcast, he said not many men are jewelers. Mm-hmm. He meant to say not many men are artisans. Like they can't sit on a bench and actually wax, shave down, give it to casting and polish. Everyone's technically a jeweler. If you buy and sell jewelry, you're a jeweler. By definition. So with grills now, I'm learning how you actually make the products. I'm learning what it means to take something to get casted. I'm learning what casting actually means, the fundamentals behind it. Do you know what I'm saying? So grills was the next step, and that went crazy because 4 figures in a week from grills.
4 figures in a week?
First week I did grills. Different market.
And are grills still popping like it was back then?
They are, but a lot of people just don't know how to sell grills, and that's why I'm launching the course. Because like, people think, yo, if I sell my grills for dirt cheap, I'm gonna get a lot of clientele. No, your grills just look shit, bro. Like, that's the reality. Your grills just look bare shit. You're making no money. Why? Just to say I sold grills.
Yeah.
Allow it, man.
Is the grill market saturated by people messing it up?
100%, bro. But it had to happen.
So the guys who are good at it are clearly cleaning up.
Of course. Like for me, I'm established. I don't even post grills anymore. I will do like once, twice, 3 times a month. But people know me. Well, some people know me as a grills guy.
Yeah.
Because that's how I got big. When I did E1 from the 9, I did his green diamond grills. And on TikTok right now, it's 4 million views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So people know me as a grills. Some people know me as a grills guy. So the trust is there. Even though grills is a headache, you get hardships, you get clients moving crazy. Like, bro, I've seen some dark stuff in Hatton with grills, you know.
Go on, tell us a few of the things you've seen.
The darkest thing I've seen with grills, it didn't happen to me personally. It was like the young G's doing grills. This is why you need to join my course. They did 2 silver caps for someone. I think they're charging like £100, £120, whatever. They were late by like a week or 2 weeks. Bro, the guy pulled up with a dog and a shotgun.
What? For grills?
£120 to £100 grills.
And he pulled up with a dog and a shotgun?
On my life.
For
On my
grills?
life. I weren't there, but all the young G's were telling me, Sho, you never guess what happened.
And what happened?
He was just like, where are my fucking grills, bro? And he just got the thing there, bro. Yeah. Like, bro.
Oh, shit.
That's why I respect everyone that's into grills, bro. Because, like, Some clients don't understand if there's delays, it's not because of that jeweler. Something might have happened in cost, something might have happened in final production, or even doing your mold. Like,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you give your word, your grill, your anything is going to be ready on this date. You got to stick by it.
1,000%, bro.
You have to. That's what makes you either a good businessman or a bad businessman.
1,000%, bro. And that's why with the Light Show, if our grills take longer than they should, I'll offer you a free cap. I'll take money off. I'll pay for your travel. I'll offer you food. I just want to see you happy at the end of the day, bro. Because some shit is out of my hands, but I'm responsible.
And you've been in the jewelry game 7 years.
Yep.
You've been in Hatton 5 years.
Yep.
How did you make the transition into Hatton?
Literally, so from when I was working with my supplier, bro, mid-COVID-19, I'd be out in Hatton before the arcade was a thing. And it was the heart. When they're renovating the arcade, bro, I'm there selling jewelry. I've got clients on Snapchat. They're meeting me in the Hatton Garden and I'm selling them jewelry with the shutters down. There's like 3 people on the strip. It was a different time.
Was it safe?
Yeah. No one, it's COVID, bro. No one's outside.
No one's outside. Yeah, true.
No one's outside.
But how did you get into Hatton? Because obviously then you obviously didn't have a shop in Hatton, right?
Didn't have a shop.
So how did you get involved in Hatton?
Conversation and confidence, bro. I'll be real. Me having that conversation with my supplier, he looked at me and saw that I was being dead serious. And it's like, bro, see me, I don't like hearing no. So that if you said no to me, I'm either coming back to you or I'm going to find 5 more suppliers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking that no, innit? But he saw me, I was serious, and he trusted me, bro.
So you open up in Hatton.
In 2022.
2022, you open up in Hatton.
That's when I got my stall in the arcade.
There, that's it. You've finally done it.
Yeah.
2 years later, you've done it.
Yep.
What went wrong? Because no one can sit in front of me and tell me it was all amazing, everything went right. You must have fucked up a lot before you started winning.
I mean, do you know what it is? Because bear in mind, in 2022, I've now had 4 years. 4 years since I've been in jewelry.
Okay, so you open up stall in Hatton Garden.
Yep.
How was that for you?
It was crazy. It was crazy because, like you asked me earlier about things going wrong, bro, I was like the 4th black guy in the arcade. And I'm there to sell grills and I've got a few stock from my supplier. So my landlord is not my manufacturer.
Okay.
He's someone I met from a different deal in 2019 where I was mingling, managing for some influencers. Cool. So now I'm in the arcade 2022. Yeah, bro, I was the 4th black guy. Man, they will look at me like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? We've got like a 400K in our counter. You've got like 5 grills, a silver chain, and like a diamond pendant. Like,
So they're thinking you're a joke, man.
They're thinking I'm not lasting, bro.
And the name, The Light Show, where did that come from?
That was from wrestling and rapping.
Okay, so that was all part of it.
So my name was Show, and I thought of diamonds, because I like selling natural diamonds, lab diamonds, or moissanites, anything that refracts light. And yeah, light, if I'm Show, take away the the Light Show.
And that's the name of the stall?
That's the name of my company.
Okay, business. You first get involved, you got the grills, you got 2 chains in there.
Yeah, bro.
How did you level up?
Do you know what it is? See, earlier when I said to you about partying, this is why I'm outside. I went to Cirque in 2022 and I met Kit from Top Boy,
Okay.
Versace Breast Milk, Kadeem Ramsey, and Jack, Jasmine Jobson. I'm in Cirque. I'm a social butterfly. I'll talk to anyone. I don't give a fuck. I networked with Kit, Kadeem Ramsey. I said to him, yo, let me take your number, whatever. I called him a week later and said, come to my counter. I want to take your mold. I took his mold for a diamond heart grill. And then when he came to collect it, he brought Jasmine with him.
Yeah.
And this is like the first time they've seen celebs like that on that caliber. Everyone in the arcade's like, oh my God, Sho, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Bro, the next day, everyone's like, bro, post my watches, post my stock. But see, for me, I knew it was going to happen because like I said, I've been on social media, I'm outside. You never know who you'll bump into, bro.
So when you say you're outside, is that strictly from a business point of view? Are you always out to network?
I'm always out to meet people. I'll say that. Even if we don't make money together, if I can learn something from you, it's a W. If you can learn something from me, it's a W. Obviously, money is good.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, it pays the bills. Freedom.
Do you know one thing I learned though? You know, everyone says your net worth is your network.
Yeah.
There's one part of that everyone forgets to add on. And I said it in a previous podcast. Your network only becomes your net worth if you make it network.
Of course.
Because there's so many people, they sit there and they're like, I've got 20 millionaires in my phone book. Yeah, but how are they paying you?
Exactly.
Everyone thinks, okay, because they've got a good phone book, or I know this guy, I know this rapper, I know that person. Yeah, but they don't know you.
Exactly.
Everyone can have each other's number.
Exactly.
It's about how you put 2 and 2 together, and then they pay you.
You see me, I'm very generous to people in my phone book. Like,
In what sense?
in the sense of, I might invite you out to eat. I might just pay for your meal. I might buy you a gift. Like, I take care of people, because what's the point of you just being my phone book? I'm like, oh yeah, look at what I got. No, bro. Let's talk. Let's see if we can work together, or if I can just look after you, bro. Especially if I rate what you've created. Like I rate this, for example. If I rate what you've created, I'm going to look out for you.
Yeah, no, big up, man. That's thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is hard, bro.
All right, take it back. You've now got your stall up and running.
Yeah.
You've done the first celeb.
Yeah.
How did social media react to that?
Amazingly.
Did customers just start falling in?
So yeah, customers were now gassed, because it's like, bro, Top Boy just dropped. Like the final season of Top Boy just dropped. So for them to see the actors actually shopping with the Light Sho, it was like, what the fuck? This kid must be trusted. He must be this, that, and the third. Even if they don't know my history, it's just like, yo, he's got the cosign. And yeah, it was amazing. It's an amazing experience. But for me at the time, it was also difficult, because the rent I was paying there, I'm thinking, bro, I don't even live here, bro.
Yeah.
Why am I paying this much money in rent, G?
When did you start to make money?
Honestly, if I keep it a buck, I would say probably 2023.
2023.
Yep.
And why? Why was it 2023?
Because you always have to reinvest into the business. You can't fucking, like, let's say, for example, I just started as a jeweler and I made £1,000 today. I'm not buying drip with that, bro. That's a bad mentality. You buy £1,000, how can I break that down? Maybe buy 5 stock pieces, maybe a bit more, and then flip it. You're not trying to pay yourself. You have to pay the business first.
So let's take that all the way back to childhood now.
Yeah.
I always say to everyone, if you understand business, you understand it well.
Yeah.
All you done was switch the product, right?
Yep.
So back in school, you're selling Kit Kats, Lucozades, XYZ.
Yep.
The customer service side is still the same.
Yep.
You've got to deal with a customer. You've got to make sure they're happy. You've got to give them the product, and that's it. It's a transactional. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Same thing with jewelry. All you're doing now is changing a product from, I know it sounds mad, but from a Kit Kat to Lucozade to a bust down or a chain or a set of grills, whatever it is, that's all you're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you learn all them skills from school. You learn all them skills from school.
Yeah, yeah.
But what makes the Light Sho different? Because there's plenty of jewelers in Hatton Garden.
Facts.
The whole place is for jewelers. That's what it's for.
100%.
Why do you think you're doing so well?
Personally, I believe, all right, cool. I'll put it like this. Some people fuck with my story. Other people fuck with the brand, because the brand, we're not an ego-based brand. Do you understand? I accommodate to all budgets. You can say to me, Sho, I've got $750 for something moissanite.
Mm-hmm.
I've got $5K for something labs. I've got $50K for something natural. I will serve each one with the same respect. We're not the brand that's like, fuck moissanites, fuck this. Whatever your budget is, bro, if I can make you shine, I'll make you shine. It's the Light Sho. So all my clients are going to be shining regardless, bro. I'm not on this ego trip. I do what's best for business. Do you know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of people who are probably watching this podcast thinking, you know what, there's no point getting like we see there, a bust down Cartier in London. There's no point getting chains. There's no point getting any of it, because in London, you're going to get robbed. What's your outlook on that?
Bro, it sounds dark, but you can't be a pussy, bro.
You say that, but a guy comes up to you with a balaclava and a knife and says, give me your watch.
Well, you have to be smart with where you're wearing your products. When people see me outside, I might just have this G-Shock on.
How much is a G-Shock like that worth?
2.4K.
They'll take it.
Fair enough, bro. But then when they try to sell it, they ain't going to get offered 2.4K on a resale, because people know this is my watch. All the jewelers know this is the Light Sho, bro. So people won't even do business with you, because then they have a problem with me. And I'm going to be in Hatton Garden, where I've been there for the last 5 years. It's bad business.
Yeah.
You can't rob jewelers and think, yo, I've got a lick. It don't work that way. We all talk, we're a community. If things get robbed or goes missing, it's put in our WhatsApp group chats. We see each item that's been taken and we're actually looking for it.
Is there a lot of robberies that happen over there?
Not inside Hatton Garden, but obviously when them go out, do you know, it's mainly certain clients, because certain clients just don't know time and place. Like you shouldn't be wearing an RM in Shoreditch. Like you just shouldn't.
So where do you wear an RM? Where's the right place to wear an RM?
All right, cool. Let's say you're going Mayfair and you might want to have like a bodyguard for the day. You have to pay the price to live the life, bro. If you got RM, think. Don't have an RM and just be like, I could go anywhere. No.
Yeah, that's true.
No, pay the price to live the life, bro.
No, I hear that. But the situation comes down to, I'm buying a watch. I want to go out. I want to wear it freely. Why do I now need to worry about getting robbed? Because since all these robberies started, has it affected sales at all?
It affected clients that don't even, I'll be honest, it's affected people that don't really buy watches anyway.
Okay.
People that buy watches, they understand the risks and they pay the price to live the life. And it's like, bro, you have to understand, an RM, that's like a mortgage on your wrist.
Yeah. It's a whole yard on your wrist. For
bro, don't wear that shit to Shoreditch, bro. Go to Dubai with it. Go to Soho House or Mayfair or Novikov. Do your thing there where you know other people there may have the same type of watch. But if you're trying to wear it to just be like, yo, I'm that guy 24/7, you've lost the plot.
Do you think watches are an investment?
Depends on the watch, bro. If they're like solid gold, yes. If they're like discontinued, yes. But you have to hold them and do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. For me, if you're buying a watch, bro, you need to be happy with the watch. It's for yourself. It can be an investment in like a self-image. Let's say you want to go to a business meeting for the blue tick show. You're looking for, I don't know, you might look for, hypothetically, you might look for investing or funding. You will look better wearing a 100 grand watch than you would wearing just a plain Casio.
100%.
Self-image. And that itself will make you a lot of money on the back end. Because it's like, bro, I can trust this guy. He's got it on his wrist, bro. He ain't got to know with my money.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's how people have to think, bro. And that's why I sell moissanites as well.
What are moissanites like? How are they doing?
So moissanites are amazing, bro. That market's expanding. I think it's on 48 million market cap this year. But the next 3 years, projected to be in the billions. So
For real?
yeah, but I'm the only jeweler in Hatton Garden that sells them, and I'd like to stay that way.
Why are you the only jeweler that sells them?
Because a lot of jewelers think with their ego.
Yeah.
And I won't say ego. A lot of guys don't do things until it's been done. Like when I was on TikTok from 2020 to 2022, and no other jeweler was, when I moved into the arcade 2022, it's been built, bro, jewelers come up to me like, bro, TikTok's for children.
Yeah, I hear that.
Why are you on TikTok? No one's buying a watch from TikTok. And then they saw the motion, and now you can't be a jeweler without TikTok.
Everyone's got TikTok.
Everyone's got TikTok, bro.
Everyone's doing it.
But it always starts from someone taking a risk, everyone else laughing, and then now you are a pioneer and you're this, that, and the third.
So let me ask you this question. You're selling moissanites. Do you sell high-end watches?
Of course, bro.
What kind of watches have you sold?
Pateks, Day-Dates.
How did you get involved in that caliber of people? Because someone who's buying a moissanite ain't buying a Patek.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
100%, bro. One of my good clients who bought 3 diamond Cartiers off me, spent like 44K when it was original Cartier,
Yeah.
set with natural diamonds. Spent around like 44, 50K. Yeah, he's bought CZs from me, bro.
Why would someone do that? Break down that knowledge to me.
Because like you said, bro, we're in London. So it's a time and a place. Some days you want to wear the bust on. Some days just a CZ. Why not, bro? It's a light show. They both dance. And because if you are that person, no matter what you wear, people will think, yo, that's that.
Yeah, true.
If
If a multi-millionaire wears a fake RM, they're still going to think it's real.
Exactly, bro. So it's just about intelligence. Do you know what I'm saying? It's about if you know how to play the game and not let the game play you, you're winning.
And people dealing with moissanites, labs, natural, is moissanite industry actually growing, or do people look at it as a cheaper lifestyle?
Moissanite's growing. Do you know what it is? With moissanites, people don't understand that moissanite has a lot of uses. For example, let's say you're getting married. Let's say you're getting engaged, right? Mm-hmm. You can buy your missus a 50K ring, a 16K ring, a 5K ring, or a 650 ring. At the end of the day, if you're going on holiday and she's swimming with that ring and she loses that and it's like 50 bags, who's taking it out?
Yeah, but a moissanite isn't a diamond, right?
But let me land. So what you do is you'd get her like a dummy ring.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear you.
So she can wear that 650 ring in the water. It refracts twice as much as a natural diamond. It looks like the same thing, but she's lost it. It's £650.
Yeah.
The actual ring is in the safe at yard. Do you understand?
I hear that. That makes sense, but I previously done an episode where we spoke about all the diamonds, breaking it down, watches, all of that, and people were saying moissanites ain't diamonds.
They're not
It's
diamonds.
glass, right?
It's not glass.
So what's a moissanite?
It's a gemstone.
Okay, a
Created in
gemstone.
a lab.
Okay, so it's not a diamond.
It's not a diamond.
Lab diamonds are still diamonds,
Created in a lab.
but they're still actually, they've got the same compound as a diamond, right?
100%.
So they're diamonds. When you're talking about moissanites, people, I just want you to explain to the viewers, why does it have such a cheap rep on it?
Because not everyone understands uses. Do you understand? People look at moissanites and think, oh, if you buy them, because you can't afford a real thing.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks.
That's because everyone is not intelligent. Unfortunately. A lot of the time, people that buy moissanites can't afford the real thing. I've done videos on my page. It's like, man's wearing a date dress on a moissanite ring. Why? Because rings are one of the easiest things you lose.
Yeah, I hear that.
So why the fuck do you want to just lose 5K?
Yeah, true that.
Lose 650. And it still shines. You can go to these clubs. You can go to Dubai. Oh, what ring is that, bro? That's bossing. They don't know.
Until they test it.
But they're not going to test it. Because moissanites can... Bro, you're going to have a diamond tester that's like 250. Who's walking around with that?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Everyone's got like the 30 pound things from Amazon.
Do people actually still walk around and test diamonds?
Yes, bro.
What, for real? Well, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing. It's not predominant in this country.
In America.
In America, it's everywhere. But a 30 pound tester, whatever I've got that's moissanite is going to pass as a natural diamond.
So if we compared a moissanite diamond, moissanite, to a
moissanite,
lab diamond, what would you say is better?
Depends on the use. For example, people buy... Here's the thing. Every gemstone has a use. People buy naturals for legacy. It's like, yo, I want to leave this ring to my kids. Then it increases in value. Moissanites, they're good for, I just want to shine. And I don't want to take the risk of losing it and I'm down like 50K. Or
And
I don't
labs?
and then labs, it's like, it's a bit of both, bro. I just want to shine and also I want to leave it to my kids. What? That happens if it's IGI. But even then, it's like, it's labs, bro. Labs are decreasing in price by the day, bro.
So now if you're looking at lab diamonds versus natural diamonds.
Also, sorry to interrupt you, but it's also about the budget.
Okay.
Do you understand? When I was selling the original Cartiers, fully flooded, natural diamonds, for 13.5, 14.5, 15, when it had baguettes in the face, people started selling them as AMs. So the clients would say to me, yo, why am I going to pay 13.5 when I can get this watch for 8K? So what should I do? Should I bitch about it or should I make my money?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
You hear what I'm saying?
And now let's compare lab diamonds to natural diamonds.
Yeah.
The quality of lab diamonds people are dealing with now are 1010, right?
I disagree.
Really? Okay.
Only because, see me, yeah, I was the first jeweler to publicly say in the UK, my grills are lab diamonds. In my comment section, you can scroll 2023. I would never buy it from him. He sells fake diamonds.
Yeah.
2025, everyone's selling labs. But I saw the best labs because I've studied these gemstones. I used to, when I was doing natural diamonds, for example, I still sold naturals. But when I started with naturals, some guy had 50 years experience. I'd sit in his actual office and I'd assort the diamonds myself.
Okay.
I would get the sizes, I would gauge them, I would look through the loop, see the colors, and I'll see the blemishes and inclusions. I know my diamonds. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to lab diamonds, I have the best because I started with labs before everyone.
And right now, in the current state, let's say your lab diamonds, yeah?
Yeah.
You're saying they're the best.
They're the best.
What would you recommend? Natural or lab?
Depends on the use.
Your engagement ring.
Depends on how you feel. Let's say you feel I want to have kids with this lady and I want her to pass it down. Naturals or labs both work. Let's say naturals is better if you have the budget. If you have the budget for it, there's nothing wrong with labs, bro.
But I previously heard lab, if you get a good lab, it looks better than a natural.
That's why it depends on the use. Right there, I'll talk about legacy. If you're doing it for legacy, then natural. If you're doing it for it looks better, labs.
Okay, fair enough. So
just expand on that, like naturals, you just have to be with a jeweler that's trusted. That's why I like having the 7 years. Because it's like, bro, I'm going nowhere.
yeah.
You can pull up on me tomorrow for 82 Hatton Garden, I'll be there. And because I sell everything, I'm not going to prick you. What I sell you is what I sell you. So when it comes to naturals versus labs, clarity, cut, color, carat size, these things all matter. Same with moissanites. Moissanites have, you can get a VVS moissanite, you can get SI moissanite. But see me, I sell the best moissanites because I sell D-colorless. To a point, I could be wearing moissanites right now and you wouldn't know which piece is moissanite.
For real?
Let's play a game. 1 Cartier, 2 Cartiers,
Okay.
and a G-Shock. Which one would you say is natural, moissanite, or labs?
Okay, so are they... So is there one of each?
Just which one would you say is natural, moissanite, or labs?
No, you got to tell me what ones are here. You can't throw me in a loop with all of it.
No, I'm gonna add more jewelry.
Okay.
50 pointer ring as well. You're in the deep end, Mikey. Glee?
So natural,
Moissanite or labs. Include this ring as well.
is there natural here?
There's natural there.
That's natural.
Natural,
Yeah,
correct.
I know my shit.
Come on, G.
I'm hoping he's gonna turn around in a second and say, yeah, it's not. Natural, moissanites, or lab?
Include the ring as well.
The ring I think is moissanite
Why do you think that?
because you didn't care to hand it over.
Oh, so it's about me.
Yeah, you got to judge the person first
All
as
right,
well,
cool,
yeah?
fair enough. Yeah, the ring's moissanite.
Okay.
This guy's smart. Blue tick show. Glee.
And I'll say the only reason I'm going to say they're both moissanite and not lab
Okay,
is because you sell it, so you'll promote it.
okay.
So maybe I'm wrong. Moissanite, I don't think there's labs here.
You're wrong.
Okay, what's what?
You're very wrong.
All right, go on, tell me.
They are both labs.
These are both labs.
Labs, G.
I wouldn't have known.
But they are the best labs. Because see, labs, yeah, people don't understand. You get different certifications for labs. You get HBHT, you get CBD or CBD type 2. But jewelers don't know these things. They just think labs are labs. But then, Mikey, look at those two watches.
This looks nicer. The lab looks shinier. That's the only reason I knew this was real.
Makes sense.
Because
But then you have to ask yourself, if one looks nicer, why buy the naturals?
can I be honest?
Go on.
I want to speak raw.
Yeah,
raw,
I want to hear from your, like, as a client, why would you then buy naturals?
Okay, so I've got a bust down, at home.
Yeah.
So I that's how I knew these diamonds are the same as the ones that I got at home. That's how I knew the way they're set.
Okay, cool.
I don't think real diamonds shine this much. The only reason these two watches, you bought the wrong two watches to me, is because these watches are faked so much.
Yep.
And it pisses me off because they've ruined the watch industry with it.
Bro, it pisses me off, bro.
Because it's shining so much, in my head I would think it's fake.
Okay.
That's it.
But then that's where you have to go back to, why did you buy your bust down watch? What was the intent? Was it investment?
I don't wear watches to tell the time. My saying is I don't wear watches to tell the time. I wear watches to make me shine.
So if you buy it for the
You can
shine,
borrow that one as well. I'll let you use that.
Cool. Because some people say I don't wear watches to tell the time. I wear watches to tell you what time I'm on. That's what some people say, and how much my time costs. So then it's like, if you work for the shine, why did you get naturals and not
Hold
lab?
on. I didn't. It was a gift. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, rah.
Yeah.
Who are your friends, G?
I got a question for you.
Who are your friends?
Price difference.
Yeah.
How much is that? How much is that?
So the natural one right now is 8.5K.
Okay. And lab?
Lab one is, depends, like
How much would you sell that to me right now for?
7K. So you're saving 1.5.
You're saving £1,500, yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a real watch still, right?
Yeah.
It's still a real watch. It's still... Bro, you've been in Hatton Garden 5 years now.
Yeah.
You must have had some good times and some bad times.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best things that's going on in Hatton and some of the worst things that's going on in Hatton?
Best and worst in Hatton Garden. I need to be truthful to this. Do you know what? I'll say the best is the fact there's more opportunity today. Even though I'll be real, like I was saying, like, bro, a week ago I went to a supplier, because I'm black, they looked at me like I'm an alien, bro.
For real?
That still happens.
Wow.
That still happens, because there's black people in Hatton, but they're not in the same rooms that I'm getting into to open the door. So for me, actually, you know what? For me, that's the worst. Because, like, bro, my supplier should never look at me like I ain't from Earth. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I'm trying to put money in their pocket.
Yeah, for real.
But the best would be, I would still say the network. My personal belief, the network. Because it's like, bro, I can go on my phone right now, say like one of you guys want an RM, a Patek, I can sort that out for you.
How quickly do you reckon you could source an RM?
In the next 10 minutes.
For real?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
depends how rare it is.
But I'm sure you could get it anyway. There's plenty of people. You've got a good network now.
I've got a
You've
very
been there
good
5
network.
years.
Yeah. But it also depends how rare it is. Because if it's that rare, it won't be in this country.
Yeah, I hear that.
So now I can shout my connects in Dubai, LA, Miami, wherever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like.
And legacy-wise, what does legacy mean to you?
It means a lot to me, bro. Because we all die.
Are you chasing money or are you chasing legacy?
I'm chasing both because my bills need to be paid. Gee, I'm the man of the house, bro. Like, I look after my mum. I'm paying 2 rents right now.
Do you have pressure on your head?
I don't feel the pressure, bro. Only because I have to keep moving. If I stop moving, I'll feel the pressure, bro. If I stop moving, it's like, yo, I've got this to do. Even my team will say to me day by day, Sho, we need to sort this out. But when I'm moving, it's like, bro, I can't lie. You have to talk to a different team member. And these men are laughing because we went through that today.
And in 5 years' time, where do you see yourself and where do you see the Light Sho?
I can talk about the Light Sho first. In 5 years' time, the Light Sho will be in another country.
Okay.
It might be in Albania. Clear? I don't want to be in Dubai in 5 years, I'll be honest with you.
Why?
Bro, because people don't understand business. If every jeweler's moving to Dubai, I'm staying in London because I'm going to have a massive market. So when I see jewelers move to Dubai, I'm like this.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Make your M's. Fuck off. But as long as I've got the UK and I have my other countries, I'm good, bro. Because right now I get international sales already. I've had people fly into London from Italy to buy a watch from me.
For real?
Yeah, bro. Morocco, Ireland last week. I'm still talking to the client. He wants a custom pendant and chain. Like, yeah.
So you're looking at expanding to another country?
Yeah, bro. Have to.
And yourself? Personal branding?
Personal branding, I'll be real, bro. I come from Enfield, G. So for me, it sounds dark, but as long as I'm alive, man's happy, bro.
And from coming from Enfield, what's one mindset shift that's happened in your life?
Coming from Enfield, one mindset shift is loyalty. Because Enfield, when I was growing up, bro, it was crabs in a bucket, bro. If man them saw that someone was shot in and they're getting it in, it's like, yo, you're lying, my knees up.
Yeah.
Back then it was Stain City. Oh, you're from...
I'm from, yeah.
Yeah, you know about Stain City.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, bro, it was dark. It was dark, bro.
Listen, Enfield's changed a lot. Enfield's, but I'll be honest with you, everywhere's shit. I think the UK is in a bit of a sticky situation, but that's a conversation for another day.
No, I agree. Though I'm an optimist. I believe the UK will get better.
It will,
but it will take a long time.
It has to get worse before it gets better.
100%.
And only the strong will survive the worst.
But it's things like this, yeah. Like last year, I saw that the police were wearing Rolexes on the road.
Swear to God, to wait for people.
Have you not seen that?
Nah.
No way you've not seen that. Yeah, the police were wearing Rolexes, walking out with them, waiting for people to rob them.
Undercover police, obviously.
Undercovers, CIDs, got the kettles out, waiting for people to rob them, and then you're catching a case.
Wait, I'll be honest with you. The way these youths are moving, them police have got a pair of balls.
Yeah.
They're backing out swords.
100%, bro.
Like, it's a long day.
But it also depends on the area. Like, where I go, man, like, for me, I've got quite a bit of clout in it. So when man them see me, I approach them. I always recognize the stare in it. It's like, yo, that's my man. That's a jeweler. But I'll walk up to you, bro. Like, what are you saying, G? You good? Because here's the thing, not enough jewelers go out. You can't be a pussy in this life, bro. Whatever's meant to happen will happen. You
100%.
can't stop that shit.
No, 100%. Listen, someone can come through your front door or they can catch you on the road. It makes no difference.
Exactly, bro. It makes no
If they
difference.
want to
bro,
get
they can
you-
come to your shop, bro. They come to my shop, 32 Hatton Garden. They know where I'm at. Like,
Yeah, they can wait for you to leave. That's just what it is.
bro, I'm on TikTok live most days. Like, they know where I'm at, bro. But you have to talk to these men like, yo, because I've been them. I've been that hungry guy that's like, yo, you're wearing this and the third, I want that. But if you can show them, yo, I can put you on to make more money than this watch will ever pay you.
So let me wrap it up with this one last question. If I was to take you back to 18, drop you at 18 years old,
Yeah.
no money, no contacts, nothing, would you choose jewelry again?
I mean, it depends. Is my back fucked up from wrestling? Can I still wrestle or not? If I can't still wrestle, I'm choosing jewelry.
100% you love the game?
I love the game, bro. See me, I don't complain about the game, bro. I love the game, bro. No one's doing what I'm doing, bro. I love the game, bro. Even if you think there's 100, 200, 400 jewelers in Hatton Garden, big fish in a small pond. These men are scared to sell moissanites. I'll sell moissanites. I'll sell moissanites. I don't sell Protect.
And for the youth watching this who are still on the road, no idea what to do when they're older, you got the youth that are on the road, you got the youth that don't know what to do when they're older. What would be your bit of advice to them?
All right, cool. I'll say two things. First thing, the Light Sho jewelry course, £100 a month. All you need to do is be consistent and I'll change your life. Second thing is where you are today does not determine your future. Because I've been that guy. I've been fucked up. I've been having no money. But doesn't mean tomorrow's not going to be brighter. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. 100%.
They always say the sun rises after the storm, innit? So you go through the storm, you see the sunshine. If you're alive, you're alive. Do you know what I'm saying? Second chance.
Well, listen, my bro, I think we'll wrap it up on that. It's been a pleasure having you on my show. I think we're going to come down and pay you a visit at Hatton soon, do a little video there.
Have to, Mikey.
Guys, if you enjoyed that episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go show him some love on his accounts. All his info's in the description.